From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, it's an all-new Hot Monday, and Wendy's ready to sound off on all of the latest sizzling hot topics. And Erica Vetrini is here with the inside scoop on the Duggar family scandal and what this will mean for 19 kids and counting. Plus, get ready for hot summer savings on cool new items. Frugal fashionista Nicole Lappin is back with more amazing Trendy at Wendy deals. Now, here's Wendy!
We're back! All new shows, yeah! Thank you for waiting for us. Fantastic. I'm glad to be back. Thank you so much. I was sick of the reruns too. Say hello to my co-host, my all-new, all-show studio audience. I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Oh God, thank you. You. Thank you. Thank you very much, thank you. You know, taking off is nothing that I love to do. Even when I was in radio, I'm like a workhorse, but there's certain requirements of the production schedule here at Wendy. My Facebook friends, thanks for throwing tomatoes at me through the Facebook. You know, why are you taking off? We're tired of it. It just has to happen. It was a horrible week off without you, but I managed to squeeze in some fun. I have this new show coming out on the ID channel called Death by Gossip, and so I got a chance. Yeah, no. So it doesn't start until the fall, but we filmed 2 episodes of that, so I'll tell you more about that. It comes on in the fall, and then over this past weekend, I was in Tampa, the home of HSN, where thank you so much for people who watched and, you know, saw. All my stuff was, you know, it was under $100. I'm wearing a skirt and blouse today, and shout out to everybody who was there in my audience at Tampa and everybody who called up on the phones. And, you know, you can check out the stuff at hsn.com. Also, now you know I'm not a moviegoer. I just saw 50 Shades of Grey about 3 weeks ago, but I saw it on demand. Well, so I got a chance to see American Sniper on demand with Bradley Cooper. First of all, I didn't realize how hot he is. Like, moist. Second, have you seen that movie? Of course you did. I'm the last one. And after I watched the movie, I went to bed and I actually dreamt about him. And it was nothing sexual. He was just manly and like, you know, like taking care of me. You know, like he carried me like this and walked me across the street and just, I'm gonna do my best to only say nice things about Bradley Cooper unless he puts it in the streets and I have to talk. So in conclusion, Shia LaBeouf, you know, the whole time that I've been doing my talk show, I've only had one celebrity in my office, and that's, you know, in a picture. And that's Shia LaBeouf. But he's kind of spun out of control, and plus I saw him in leggings flying around in that bird cage in the video. I was a little turned off by the leggings thing. So I replaced Shia's picture from my Burlington frame with I just have to block it out of my head that his mom lives with him, you know what I mean? Hi, Bradley. So anyway, what do we want to talk about? Kim Kardashian announced that she's pregnant. Let's talk about it. Okay. I think she just announced that this morning. I didn't hear about that last night. I heard about it this morning. Well, already conspiracy theorists are out there saying that they're saying, first of all, that they could possibly be using a surrogate from Thailand who allegedly is living in, Kanye's Manhattan Beach home. And they're also alleging that Kim will buy prosthetics to baby up for every month. I know, look, I don't want this to be true. I honestly, and look, we'll all find out eventually when she starts to show, because we all know if you've had a baby that it's not just the stomach that gets bigger, the ankles, you know, some women get a big nose, right? A double chin, like a whole woman's body changes, so it's gonna be very, very hard for us to fool her. Kim was very honest about not liking being pregnant with baby North, who, by the way, the baby is so precious, it was definitely worth it, okay? Baby's cute. Oh. Stunning little girl. Anyway, but you know, Kim has been very honest, almost brutally honest about how she hated being pregnant. Although I prefer that than women who lie about it and say, oh, it's wonderful and it's fabulous. It's hell, okay? Something tells me that she's not the type, I'm trying to play devil's advocate. She's not the type to want more than one because of how it turns your body out and because her body is her fortune. She seems like the type to want to keep it intact. And being that she didn't have a beautiful experience being pregnant with North, I could see her. Ladies, have you ever tricked your man into something? It could be something as simple as telling him there's no walnuts in the cake, but really they're just something, providing he's not allergic. Have you ever like told him that you have your period when you really don't, just so that you could have your time to yourself? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so what I'm thinking is, Kim has been on TV talking about how she's having a very difficult time getting pregnant. It's no secret. She's back and forth to the doctors. She also seems like the type who might be able to get pregnant, but she's using that woman's trickery that you know what I mean? And so now it's down to, allegedly, is she really pregnant or do they have a surrogate? Well, only time will tell. Good luck. Look, she put the tea bag in it to make it look like everything's normal. Everything is not normal. I have started this cleanse. The attitude of, you know, I'm an animal, I love meat. No meat, no this, no that, no there's special water. But for 30 days, I'm gonna do it. I've never done a 30-day cleanse before in my life, so just in case you notice, I'm a little bit extra snippy. Understand, I'm a foodie, and nuts and berries and fruit don't do it for me. So, we finally found out how Bruce Jenner is gonna debut his look as a woman. He reportedly is going to appear on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine. What do you think about that? I think that's great, but this is not how I want to see Bruce debut. Only reason why is because magazines and publications use tomfoolery and trickery. I don't want to see airbrushed Bruce. I don't want to see, you know, stretched to look taller Bruce. I want to see Bruce coming out of Ralph's, you know, which is the grocery store that a lot of people in LA, you know, I want to see, that's how I want him to debut. I don't want him to debut it on his docu-series, you know, because not everybody watches that, but everybody will see the pictures of him, you know, at Knott's Berry Farm, or at the ShopRite, or, you know, whatever he does, or pumping gas. I think that it's cute that he's gonna be on the cover of Vanity Fair, but I also think Vanity Fair, and I could be wrong, keep an eye on this for me, okay? Hey, where's the black one?
His flight was canceled.
Oh, that's right, he was in Chicago. Norman's from Chicago, and we had doom and gloom yesterday. How many people got weather alerts all day long? All day long, right? But I find rain this time of year kind of sexy, like it's steamy and the thunder is going, it's not cold out, and you're inside watching TV, and anyway, I digress. This is my thought about Vanity Fair. You know, I know that they think that this is the great money shot and a lot of people are gonna buy this issue with Bruce on the cover, and I say, nope, You know why? Because a lot of times when we go out of our way and buy a magazine, we want to read the article about the person as well. It's not just the pictures. Am I correct? Like if you're gonna spend your $5 for a magazine? Problem with Bruce is we don't need to know anymore because he said everything on Diane Sawyer. If you watch the Kardashian show, he said everything there. So he's not gonna say anything that we don't already know in the magazine. I don't know about you, but when I'm at the grocery store and the checkout girl is ringing things up, that's when I use my opportunity to pull a magazine, look at some pictures, and then put it back. I feel like the only thing that we want to see are the pictures and his photo spread, right? And that won't require you actually buying the magazine. And also, how are they going to prevent the pictures from being leaked? Because on every photo shoot, there's at least one person going like this on the low. Click, or something. And the pictures are going to be so valuable, they'll pay for your kid's college tuition. Like if you're able to leak it. And I don't think that Bruce should be out of the house dressed as a woman before we see, I mean, you know, if you really want to keep this undercover, he should dress more like a man than anything, even if he gets the boobs and a Kardashian booty. You know, like keep his hair back in a ponytail, don't use a flat iron or curling. Don't paint your nails. I mean, we've seen you in a dress once before, but no more dresses. Just to make the drum roll to the event that much more spectacular. Yeah. Good talk. So, Lindsay Lohan is a free woman. It's time for a Lindsay update. Hit it. After almost 8 years, Lindsay is finally off probation. Lindsay has spent like her entire adult life being in trouble with the law. So you remember all those community service hours that she was supposed to do? She like tripled up on the hours. She was doing it at one point 11 hours a day over in Brooklyn, so she got it done. She had 2 years to do it, but she waited until like 2 minutes before more trouble to complete it, which to me, that is an indication of, I mean, I would like her to be on the straight and narrow, but I think that this girl is 2 seconds away from more trouble. Yeah. Because here's my thought. If you really want to turn your life around, probation should not take you 2 years to do. Saying that it takes 2 years means that she had all of her handlers and her lawyer, Sean, and everybody else tell her, look, you've got to get back to New York and do your probation. That's not the way to prove to John Q. Public that you're responsible. That just means you have good handlers tugging you by the nostrils and making you do it. And Lindsay needs to have something that she's passionate about and then dive into that. Right now, it just seems as though she's only passionate about partying. She left from Brooklyn right after the public service was over. She's got a clean slate, but what do you think she did? Partied. She jumped on a jet to Venice and she partied. And while she did stop in the Kumbaya room to go, oh, no, 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 no. You know, I'm rooting for her because you know, we all like to root for an underdog. Come on, aren't you exhausted even talking about her? I just want her to get it together. Unfortunately, I think that she's got a few more brushes with the law before she settles down and does the right thing. Yeah. And by the way, random. Look, when I'm not with you, I get so scattered. There's so much stuff I have to say. I just, randomly, did anybody watch Nicole Kidman as Princess Grace on Lifetime on Saturday? Clap if you did. Clap if you did. Oh my God. Well, no, but you are my girl. How many times have you been here since our show was invented? Like 150 times easily. So then you and I were connected. The hotel I was staying in Tampa had no Lifetime, so I didn't see it. But they're gonna burn me a copy. Was it good? No. I gotta watch it anyway. I love a good Princess Grace story, and I feel bad for Nicole Kidman because, you know, at one point she was an award-winning actress. Now all people can talk about is the overloading of Botox, number one. And number two, this movie got so it was supposed to be on the big screen in the theater, you know, that dark place with the bed bugs. I love when movies just go straight to TV because, you know, you're in your house. Anyway, I'm gonna watch it. Okay, look, back to the action. So now listen, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. The streets have been talking for a long time about Trouble in Paradise. They've been married for 10 years. Now, you know they have a bunch of cute kids, including Violet. That's the only one's name I remember. But, and you always see her with the kids. She's got flowers in her hand and she's at the grocery store and the kids are cute. They seem like normal kids. Anyway, Ben and Jen could be headed for divorce. This has been going on for quite some time where the streets have been saying that they reportedly have been living separate lives. They were reportedly apart for her birthday. That's a sign. And Mother's Day. That's a sign. Birthday and Mother's Day to a woman is like when you're not with your main person on New Year's Eve and the ball drops and the first person you kiss. Like, that's a sign. So what do I think? I think that she is probably one of the best things that could have happened to him in terms of, I don't know her, but I read a lot. And I couldn't tell you one thing that she's ever acted in, but she's really, no, that's not, come on, let me finish my statement. I don't know her as an actress. What I know her as is a seemingly good mom and a stabling force to a wild child. That would be Ben Affleck. Now, we all have our wild ways, and we can't get with people who are just like us. Reportedly, he's got gambling issues. You remember it was last year, this time he was caught for card reading. I don't know what that is, I don't play cards. Except for Uno. And every once in a while, if I'm in the company of a little girl, we play Old Maid. But you know, he smokes, and she likes a healthier lifestyle. I don't know whether she drinks, but you know, he still likes to gamble. Now, mind you, he's not gambling away everything. The magazines say that between the two of them, it's hundreds of millions of dollars. And then with Jen on the other side, I think Jen, in my mind, might not be fun. Low key size in the audience. You know what I mean? Like a guy like Ben, you know, it just seems as though he probably pisses her off so much that she's probably, do you know, she might be very harpyish when he comes home. Like, do you smell of smoke? Where were you? I didn't know where you were. Do you know, allegedly she has to locate him, she follows the credit card receipts, allegedly. Well, I don't know what to say except marriage isn't easy, divorce is there for a reason, and I'm sure if they are going through a divorce that they will both be great co-parents. Also, one more thing. Wait, a couple more things. Ben's not helping the situation by keeping in contact sometimes with Jennifer Lopez. Now, I'm not suggesting, that's what I'm saying. Now, look. I'm not suggesting that they have a sexual relationship because everybody knows that when I was at Jen's house and when she and Casper, this was a dream I had, I told you. They really do love each other and they are gonna get married. So Jen is busy with Casper, but like when he won the Oscar, right? Yeah. She emailed him. Like, lose the email number, Jennifer Lopez. No woman wants you being in contact with their man. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, and then Jennifer Garner has this habit of monkey barring. You know, she was married to Scott Foley, who you know him as on Scandal, right? And she was also married to Martin Vartan. And so, but everything was a monkey bar, you know, like with not a lot of time to get to know yourself in between. Nothing wrong with that. I want to lay the case out for you so when we cover this again on Hot Topics, we're all caught up to speed, okay? Okay, good. It's my man. Look, Iggy Azalea, your career is officially done. Or maybe not. Let me present the case. I missed you. Let me present the case. Okay. First of all, she was supposed to go out on a tour, I think, like back in February. And remember here on Hot Topic, it was a world tour with a big arena. And she canceled the tour. And she said, no. I gotta retool everything. I gotta present it right. So the tour is going to be in the fall. Well, as in a few months from now. So that was bad enough, but you know, she got some new things done to herself and people are still talking about her and whatnot. But now she just decided to cancel the fall tour entirely. Her reps didn't give any reason why, but allegedly it's because Iggy really wants to have great choreographing and, you know, flame shooting and all that other kind of stuff. I really don't think, because Iggy Azalea's fan base who would go to an Iggy concert at an arena, they're gonna be like 12 and 15-year-old girls. I don't think they care about flames shooting. I think that what they care about is looking at Iggy. And I honestly, it's bad enough that as an adult, we can barely remember everything. You know, do you find yourself constantly purging your brain to make room for new stuff? Constantly, and the older I get, the more I purge. I'm like, who are you? Oh, we met last week. Well, that was last week. This is this week's stuff in here. Anyway, I just feel like, you know, this girl, she's talented, and you know I try to give both sides to the story. I also think she's attractive. But what I also think is that she's not important enough to us musically to be able to cancel 2 tours. And by the way, if you're wondering when she's planning on touring in 2016 when her second album drops, 2016. We would have forgotten about her, right? Iggy, you've officially put the nail in your career coffin. Or maybe not. We'll follow it. Thank you.